Someone here is an owl.
Who?
I'm Josh.
I'm Lewis.
I'm James.
I'm Alex.
And I'm Dan.
We're the Ragamuffins, and this is our recap of 2000 Trees Festival 2025. Woo. Right, another 2000 trees over. We've always kind of said it's our favourite festival, really. So
Without
wonderfully well organised. Great time was had by all. We're going to start chronologically, and it just makes sense to say straight away. I couldn't make it to the Wednesday, so yeah, literally I was like waving you all off, and I went.
All the little handkerchief was a really cute touch, man.
I think all of us laughing as we drove away probably wasn't helpful.
I just felt like I just literally went back in, started working, and then throughout the day was just getting more and more miserable about it.
I remember at one point when we got there, I sent you a photo of me doing the horn saying, "Don't worry, bro, we're all having the worst time."
Yeah, I was like, "Fuck you." I think I literally was just like, "Fuck you." So, yeah. I was at home working. What did you boys get up to on Wednesday?
Well, Wednesday was the best day.
Nothing much, man. We just arrived in the car park, went for a little walk, set our stuff up as easy treesy as it always is with trees. Chilled out for a bit, and then went and saw some bands. First band was in the forest. It was a Trees regular, a band we've seen quite a few times now, Haggard Cat.
I think it was also the loudest set of the whole
Quite
festival.
possibly.
Because
You
my
might be right,
God.
man. Yeah.
I was worried because I was like, I haven't got my loops with me this year. This could be bad because, we were quite near the speaker at the front, but my God, as soon as they started playing, my head started vibrating, and I was like, oh, we can't do 4 days of this. This is insane. Luckily, they were handing out earplugs, weren't they?
Yeah. And that's two guys as well.
Yeah,
Two
I
guys.
don't know what they did with the speaker setup, but my God, it sounded amazing. But like, it was ear-bleedingly loud, and I've seen posts about other people saying I think it was probably the loudest thing they've ever heard because it was crazy, but fucking awesome.
And it was awesome. Awesome way to start off the weekend before we headed up immediately to the Word stage straight after to see the boys in Blank Atlas.
What a fucking set that was. So enjoyable. And it was really satisfying to see that, like, the audience was from start to finish, like, super involved.
Singing along to every single word.
I would love to see it. Like,
Some big mosh pits.
Oh yeah.
Loads of energy.
they deserve it. Like, honestly, it was awesome. Really inspiring, really fun. And to see you sort of like get in there and get involved as well.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Absolutely love it. Every single time I've watched them boys, I've fucking enjoyed every single moment. I know how much that they love trees as well, just from their posts on like TikTok and Instagram and all that sort of stuff. The build up to it is like, oh, here we go. And like, there was even one point when they were like, it's Trees Eve. And like it's like, from speaking to them and listening to them and stuff, what they say on stage, Trees is their favourite festival. And I think they're just happy to play whatever stage, however. And they fucking smashed it. And yeah, I had a lovely time. It was a beautiful way to start off a great weekend of music. But yeah, I love the boys and I love what they're doing.
We did the routine of getting our hottest ticket, our ticket to the hottest party in town. That ticket being some headphones for the Silent Disco. We picked those up nice and early, ready for the evening. But before that, we had a few more bands to get through. Who was next?
I believe it was People in the Forest.
How have I forgotten that?
Doing a fun little covers set, thrown in with some new songs as well. So much fun.
I think they were quite clever with this because obviously they were playing on the main stage the following day, clashing with False Reality, I think. And I had it in my mind that I'd see People on the Wednesday night, on like the Wednesday afternoon, and then I'd go and see False Reality the following day because I'd just seen People. But they played a cover set which left me wanting more.
They didn't give you that opportunity, did they?
And made me just want to go and made me just hungry to go and see like a full People set on the main stage.
Even right at the end of the last song they did, they went da 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 da, and that was it.
Yeah.
And everyone sort of went,
Thank
whoa, oh.
Always leaving wanting more.
Oh,
My favourite cover was definitely Sugar by System of a
I was
Down.
going to say, what covers did they play?
They did
Hash Pipe.
Beastie Boys.
I think they did a Sabbath one for a moment. What else? Hash Pipe.
They did play one of their songs, didn't they?
They played two new ones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Bangers.
Which you
New
don't know the name
Musico Dos.
but they were very, very fun.
Oh yeah, I was outside, a little bit merry at this point. I was watching.
Oh yeah, I forgot you got shit faced this day.
Yeah, I've had a long
you
break.
and Jack just got absolutely knocked, didn't you?
I've had a long
On a
break from.
Wednesday? I don't really notice.
Are you being sarcastic?
No. I couldn't really tell. I thought you were just in like a jolly mood. I
No,
didn't realise you were pissed.
Josh was shit faced.
I've had a long break from drinking, so like my tolerance is like way less these days. Caught a bit of other half. They're always sick. I think what they're doing is really fun and really unique, and yeah, I'm curious to see where they get to. Then I sort of at this point stumbled on over to the Forest to catch a band that was my most anticipated band for the Wednesday, which was Blood Command, who were easily my favourite band of the day.
They were awesome.
They were fucking awesome. I'll tell you something. I do apologise. I don't know what their front person's name is, but they honestly, literally, is like set the bar super high for everything that I think you should be as the sort of the front person of your band on the vocals. Like honestly, it was just top tier shit, and it made me really emotional because she was like supposedly like singing to her like twin sister, and and she was standing like right next to me, and she was like singing out, and I was like, oh my god, I miss my fucking sibling at the minute. So like this is a lot. Yeah, it was just really special, and I really enjoyed that one, and I'm super excited to see them again at Burn It Down.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that Grove Street were booked to play the Word stage, I was already excited and a little bit scared. But I braved it. I went in that tent anyway, and it was a lot of fun. There were inflatables flying around all over the place, which was kind of a theme for our weekend, to be fair, which we'll come on to later.
I had a nap, I think.
You had a nap? Oh yeah, you had to lay down outside the
Yeah,
Word
we
stage.
were sat outside
Yeah.
and I laid down and I just conked out. And then I woke up and Alex is there like, that was sick. And I was like, yeah.
Good nap. Good nap.
Yeah, really good. Just
But,
what I needed.
Yeah, they were awesome. I think Josh mentioned on the preview, just seeing a band that kind of we think started a bit like as a bit of a joke and just like as a bit of like something fun. I mean, they're called Grove Street. Like they're not taking themselves seriously, but starting to like build a bit of an audience, pull some big crowds.
Oh, the joke's gone too far, boys.
Yeah,
We're in deep now.
and have loads of fun doing it. It was a really fun set. One of my highlights of the weekend. And yeah, just awesome. Loved it.
We then went and saw Kid Capici in the Forest. I was quite looking forward to this one. Like I've seen them before, and I loved like every second. This one, I don't know. It felt weird. It felt like I was watching. I don't know if this is necessarily a complaint, but it was just odd because I was expecting like post-punk, and it felt like watching like Arctic Monkeys. It wasn't one of these things where we didn't not like it. It was just a little bit like
I wasn't in the mood to hear Arctic Monkeys.
I think so.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But the thing is, when I could hear them, they played the main stage like a few days later, right? They sounded massive.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like it's just one of those things.
There might even be a part of it where maybe he was saving his voice. Because he's like, I've got to really put a show on late, like in, was it 2 days' time? Like,
I wonder as well whether was it like a different set list by the sounds of it?
I wouldn't be able to tell you.
No, I wonder whether obviously like people played a cover set. There's other bands in the past that have used the like smaller scale of the Forest stage as an opportunity to do like deep cuts. I wonder whether Kid Capici did the same thing, and maybe it's a set you'd only really appreciate if you were kind of already into them.
Because the stage is like the Forest stage compared to everything else, obviously apart from the Word stage, is quite small and quite intimate. So you'd hope that the people that were there are people that are like real big fans, so they'd know everything. So because when you play into a massive crowd, you know that the majority, like a lot of the people there won't have a clue. So as long as you play the ones that the chances of people knowing is quite high, everyone's gonna have a good time. Yeah. So, but you don't need to worry about that when you're doing a little stage like the Forest, because the people that have made the effort to go down there probably know a lot of the stuff anyway.
I didn't catch the Mefs, but I must say when I saw them like slinging T-shirts from outside the tent on a bench, and like people were like literally queuing up for it, I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
I've seen some good footage.
That's punk as fuck. Honestly, I caught them a little bit at Slam Dunk, and they were high energy, really fun. Sort of, I think in the preview I said like a soft play vibe. Then I did see Hot Milk, and if you watch the preview, I was quite excited for this one because I really wanted to see what it was like live. They fucking brought it. Seriously, it was a lot more like big and rough, less polished than their production of their top songs on Spotify would have suggested, and I was actually quite shocked by it. And the vocalists' call outs to the audience were fucking hilarious, and like literally like the stage swagger, the whole thing, the whole encompassing vibe of Hot Milk, they absolutely tore the fucking Forest down. Yeah, I was actually like really quite impressed. It was really, really good. and saying something like, "You see that hole in the middle," regarding the mosh pit, and then going, "Make it larger than my asshole on poppers." Wider, I mean, wider. And I was like, that's fucking rock and roll.
And you guys came back to camp in high spirits and ready for a big night out.
Yeah. Mm.
But it didn't start big. First we did what we haven't done at Trees yet, which is see one of the silent disco sets where it's a live band playing through the headphones. And I do love the excerpts, and I did enjoy the live set, but it didn't feel like the right booking for like that time in the evening. Like half past midnight, like you're wanting something to like get the party started, and they were playing like all their like they played all the hits. The set list was brilliant, probably the best set list I've seen them play, personally. But like when the last half of your set is basically like acoustic songs and sing along ballads. I love them. I love that band, but it's not really what I want to like get myself hyped for a night out.
Bro, like, it's so nice. I was like enjoying watching you enjoy it. I don't dislike the excerpts, but just to echo what you said, it was like the equivalent of being played like a lullaby just before you're about to start getting absolutely crazy.
But I'll tell you what, as soon as they stopped and like everyone still had their headphones on, as soon as they stopped and like the DJ started with like back-to-back turnstile, like you lot were all like immediately back up on your feet. It was like you'd been revived.
It honestly did feel like a complete second wind. It was quite comedic to me. So.
I was a bit worried at
like,
one point.
Oh!
I was like, are we going to just crash now?
Yeah, I thought that as well.
Yeah, you had a little nap against the tree. You became one with nature. It was quite it was quite adorable, actually.
Yeah, you got to reconnect
You
with your
started
roots.
turning
sometimes.
orange and going along moustache.
I am the Alex, and I speak for the trees. And the trees say, "Don't give this guy milk."
Especially not hot milk. Like, I know.
Yeah, definitely not hot milk.
Right, and then we had a bit of a sleep.
And then we went to bed. And then it was Thursday. And it was hot.
Oh, hell yeah.
Really hot.
The first band we kicked off the Thursday with was a band in the forest called Grieving. We caught about 3/4 of it. What did you guys think?
I thought they sounded good. I just didn't really vibe with it. I think it's similar to like the excerpts, like first band of the day. I'm ready to like go, right, come on, let's get this party started. We're at a festival, and it's not that they were bad or like not suited to Trees. It's just not how I would have liked to start my day.
Sure thing.
It's just a bit of a slow start.
Yeah, there were people that were going
Then
crazy
they were fine
for
enough. They were good. I enjoyed the music. It was just I want to be somewhere else.
Yeah. Their last song I really like, and it's actually been quite an earworm for me recently, but I can't lie, it was like a little bit of a meandering sort of set, and the sort of members seemed a bit like awkward to be there. So this is the beauty of Trees though, because from there we went from the forest to the cave to see Grief Ritual, which was fucking heavy like.
Such a difference.
Yeah, that's the fun of Trees. I love that the vocalist kind of like speaks so softly and blah blah blah, and then like goes into the song and it's like literally like some of the most like brutal sort of harsh vocals you probably hear across the weekend. They were good. I'll just say this, like, there is an air to that band where a lot of the stuff just kind of all just blends into one, but on the whole it's still good, and I did enjoy it, if that makes sense. Yeah.
I left Grief Ritual a little early because I wanted to, like, a lot of the bands on this Trees lineup are bands that I've kind of seen the names around before but not really listened to or given a chance. So I wanted to kind of make a point this weekend of going around and just trying like a few extra bits, experiencing some bands that I've not seen before. And Karen Dio is a name I've seen on loads of lineups like across this summer, but I'd never listened to them. I'd never didn't really like know what they were about. I wanted to go and check them out on the main stage anyway. It took me a couple of songs to kind of figure out like what they were about and what the vibe was. But once I did get there, I did really enjoy it. They're kind of that, not generic, but like just fun punk rock with high energy. And once I kind of accepted that it was just a bit of fun, I was like, okay, yeah, I can enjoy this. This is cool. And there was one song in particular where she said, oh, this is our shortest song. It's only 30 seconds long, but it carries a really important message. And then she just burst into, buy my merch, buy my merch, buy my merch. And that was the kind of the point for me where I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I get this. This is just a bit of fun and like, not a jokey, but just enjoyable punk rock band. And I'd go and see them again. I think they're at Burn It Down. So
Yes.
that'd be good.
Did we all see Super Bloom?
I did not.
Yes.
I was in a work meeting.
Oh, yeah, shit.
I'm still not at trees
Yeah,
yet.
yeah, sorry, yeah. They sort of, I think it was definitely one of those ones where like they went bad. If you like knew all the lyrics, I reckon that would have been like an excellent set. They really brought the energy. I've kind of found that them and Anxious kind of had like a very similar vibe. So if you enjoyed Anxious but didn't catch Super Bloom, maybe check them out. I was expecting them to be like way more like traditional grunge, but it actually turned out to be like quite like an energetic set, kind of like how Trophy Eyes do it. Definitely a band that I want to revisit, but it didn't quite blow me away, but I will revisit.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. That's how I felt about it as well. But then I think we made our way towards main stage for
Potentially the set of the
potentially the
weekend.
set of the whole weekend, and one of the ones that we were easily the most excited for going into the weekend as well, and that is Unpeople on the main stage. This was fucking brilliant.
Honestly, it made me wonder why I even questioned missing the set in the first place.
Yeah.
Just this. I would say it took the roof off, but they were playing the main stage, so there was no roof to take off. But like, it's another one of those moments where you're in the middle of a crowd near the front, and you have to turn around to really kind of realise how many people there are at that stage, and that was like headliner levels of numbers.
And
At
energy
2:00 in the afternoon.
energy wise as well.
Yeah.
Like at no point did I sort of look in like through the crowd and didn't just see everybody just having a great time. There's something about their music that just makes everyone happy and
Yeah.
just want to just go mad.
And like it's strange because in the wider world and in the wider alternative community, they're still considered a small band. They're still like working their way up, playing small stages at Download, for example.
Well, even their socials
But-
aren't that
No.
sort of like followed. Like
but in like the Trees universe, they're like the hottest thing ever.
But also,
Yeah.
just like from what we saw at Download as well, like there's a very clear. I wasn't even here at that point, but they do appear to have a very clear, dedicated fan base.
because every song's a
yeah.
banger.
Everyone knew every lyric.
Yeah.
Like when you were in the front section of that crowd, everyone was singing the whole time, and it made me realise like that band will headline that festival.
It's
It's
that's
not
one
an
of the
if,
first
it's-
things we
it's a-
said.
It's a when.
Yeah.
Like Dan turned around to me and was like, "Future Trees headline," and I was like, "Yes."
Mhm.
Like,
They just need the
probably
catalogue.
not that far away.
Yeah.
Like they haven't got to do much work to be able to just absolutely smash that.
That's the thing. Like any other festival, if they booked them in like a equivalent size slot to Trees headliner, people would be like, "Who?" But because it's Trees, because everyone at Trees knows Unpeople, it's like they've become almost like they've only been a band for like 2 years now, but they're already like the Trees band. And Trees could easily book them as a headliner and they'll pull a crowd.
Yeah, I think
It's
it's
awesome.
throughout the whole festival. I think that's definitely the most fun I've had.
They could do it
watching
next
a
year
band.
if they really.
I mean,
wanted
yeah,
to.
yeah. Put them on the Thursday as a headline, and it would go. It's unbelievable. It would be so good.
I didn't see Unpeople on the main stage this time round.
So sad.
And it gets sadder actually, because my levels of sort of drunkenness across this festival definitely peaks and troughs, because I was like kind of I didn't bring enough beer basically, and I was having to ration it at different points. I'm fairly certain I saw a bit of false reality. And I mean that. I don't really know.
So it could have been false reality, or it could have
Be just me.
not been
Yeah, so
reality, a true reality.
that either says something
Something
about
like that.
how drunk I was, or it says something that whatever they did wasn't enough to make me retain it. I don't think that's a fair review. So I'm just going to kind of expand on that point as well. That there's like a little bit of, I think it goes without saying, that the heat across the whole weekend on a real level was actually at points where it was kind of dangerous. Like, I'm not going to say who, but like somebody in our party as well kind of got actually ill on this day from the heat. Like, it really was not a joke. So we kind of did have to be smart with conserving energy and, you know, being smart with how much like sort of sun. So I'm
Staying
just
hydrated.
Lots of water.
I'm quite disappointed to kind of say right now that I'm looking at what I sort of intended to see, but had to make that call as we all kind of collectively had to make separate calls across the festival.
Yeah, trees. Why didn't you turn the sun down?
Yeah, and why didn't you do anything about the wasps?
Yeah, I've seen a lot about that. Like as if having a field full of alcohol and food that's not in like containers isn't going to attract all the wasps in the area. Like people just need to just get over it. Like there's been so many people moaning about it online. Like come on. Like,
Must be someone that works in pest control.
Yeah, bloody hell. Yeah, it's
Even he couldn't do it, man.
yeah. I tried my best. I did everything. I had all my tools, but nothing. Yeah, it was just wasps. Like none of us got stung. If you just leave them alone, they're not going to bother you. You just get on with it. Just make sure you check your can. If you're drinking out of a can, best thing to do, pour it out of a can into a cup, because then you can see.
So I grabbed it in a cup at one point, nearly drank a wasp.
At one point, Alex made the mistake of leaving a can of Rio out for maybe 2 minutes without looking at it, and then he had 2 wasps in his drink, and one of them was in his mouth.
I felt it brush against my tooth, and I was like, nope.
And I was like, what's going on with him? And he goes, I just had a wasp in my mouth.
Oh god!
I'll tell you what though.
And he got back to his wasp mate, and he was like, "What's going on there?" He's like, just went in his mouth.
I was in someone's mouth.
Christ!
I think it was one of the ragamuffins.
And he's in his pants.
Oh no, we'll get to that.
So one of the ragamuffins. Oh, buzzing for you.
But to be honest with you, we did head on over to the main stage for, in my opinion, one of the most sort of like. It really took me. I was expecting good things, but it really matched the expectation and then some with what we saw of Big Special.
Yeah, I thought they were cool.
Was fucking awesome. They commanded that stage like nobody's business, and I think it's really tough if you've got a fucking vocalist and a singing drummer as well, and that's kind of your thing. You're already potential. That has the ability to kind of maybe be fucking terrible, in my opinion. But it's just a vocalist and a singing drummer. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Not 4 emo boys that, by the way, what's this coming out?
ASAP.
Right, so on the 25th of... Yeah, I've started, so I'll finish. On the 25th of July, our silly little emo band, Worst Wishes, have our new single out, Smile Boy. Please pre-save now. It really helps us out. This song means a lot to us, and we are really excited for you to hear it.
Link will be in bio.
It's one of our favourites, and we really hope that you'll enjoy it too.
It's actually all right.
God damn it!
So had you not seen anyone then between?
It's depressing.
Then and Big Special.
I did.
Who did
After
you see?
People,
Oh, sorry, bro.
I saw the boys in Snakes finally making their venture to the main stage. They were due to play it last year. They got stuck in Germany, so they couldn't make it in time. Luckily, they were booked again to play the main stage this year, and they absolutely took it by storm. Some of the rowdiest, most energetic pits of the weekend. The band themselves were awesome. And they're a band that I've really liked seeing live and enjoyed seeing live many times, but never like properly pushed myself to listen to outside of that. But now after this set, I'm like a full-on Snakes fanboy. I'm gonna be listening to them a lot more now.
Are you seeing Twin Atlantic?
Yeah, I did.
A few of us
They were
went and
fine,
saw
yeah.
Bambi Thug.
Before you even get to that, I finally
Yeah,
arrived.
James arrived.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
I got there finally. Got out of my meeting. Ruben, who you may have seen as this strange lad from Download Vlogs, bolted down, dropped me over
At the speed limit.
at the speed limit.
one.
Yeah, definitely didn't. No.
Singing, screaming neck deep all the way.
Yeah, I was singing a lot of pop punk on the way. I mean, it was hot weather, windows down.
You arrived and started making cocktails immediately.
Immediately, I was like,
That was rock and roll.
pina coladas are getting made. I want to say, like,
that was the kind of period as well where, as Josh mentions, like we needed to be responsible, kind of like take breaks where we needed to hydrate, get some shade.
I was just getting really drunk.
We did spend like an hour and a half maybe just chilling at camp.
Yeah.
Just getting into the shade, putting some sun cream on,
I was getting
having
a
a little
lowdown
nap
from
if
the
we
previous
needed
day
to,
from you guys.
inventing a brand new sport.
Yeah.
We'll
get to that, we'll get to that.
Wait until you guys see the sport we made. Oh Christ!
But I before that, you'd have been a Big Special. I got to my first band after a bit of time, a few drinks, catching up with you guys. I went to go see Lake Malice at New
sweet.
Stage. I think, did you go down and see a bit of it as well? I think after seeing them at Oh, what was it? No.
It was
Misery
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 Loves
Loves Company a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it was one of my recommendations.
Yeah, that was. I went down to go watch that. I was really impressed seeing them live. I think they sounded really, really fun.
I didn't realise until starting to edit the vlog. They had like choreographed.
Yeah, so they had
dances
choreographed
and
dances
stuff.
on there, so it was more than just the band performing. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Didn't expect that from a band like that early on the new stage as well. They put a lot of time and thought into it. The crowd seemed to love it, and the tent was absolutely fucking packed. So for me, like first band finally getting there to Trees, it was a really kind of nice introduction. I'm back here finally.
Half a bottle of white rum, Lake Malice and dancers. That sounds like a great way to start
Yeah,
a festival.
that was great for me on the Thursday.
Speaking of dancers, I don't know if anyone could beat Bambi Thugs dancers attire, which was like demonic gimp masks, and it was all very sort of like horny. It was all there's no other word. It was super horny. Wait. No, let me rephrase. No, I can't.
Leave it.
Yeah, I can't. It was that. It's one of those things where like I initially was like, yeah, this is cool. So as it progressed, I was a little bit like I kind of just lost interest, if I'm truly honest. But the issue is I always have to preface like here. There's so much other factors. You're irritated by heat and long days and stuff. So like, I don't know. I did not enjoy it, but it was one of those things where I was ready to go over and get a good spot for kneecap.
Before that, on the theme of losing interest, we touched on it a minute ago. I went to see Twin Atlantic, a band that I loved back in the day when I was like 15. It did feel like as they've released albums, they've kind of dropped off a little bit, gone down a different route that I've not really enjoyed, and that was kind of reflected in the live set when they were playing the songs that I loved from back in the day when they were at their peak. I was really enjoying it, like just singing every word, like pointing my fingers and stuff. But then there's a clear difference from those songs to the newer ones, which I didn't know, which is probably on me. It just felt like you're almost like waiting for like the next song to be started. And there's a point where I was like, if they don't play a song I know next, I'm just gonna go to the bar and then come back, which I did. And then I downed a cider and enjoyed myself a lot more.
Heroes by Berios.
Exactly. But before, because I joined you guys for kneecap a little later on, but we were at Stick to Your Guns first, weren't we?
Yes, we were.
Hell yeah.
Which was sick.
This was one of the clashes actually over the whole weekend that gave me the most like stress, I think, because I love Stitch Your Guns and have loved them for a really long time, but in the back of my mind I just sort of thought as well like that kneecap set is going to be like really important to and quite momentous.
Historical almost.
Yeah. In the end I made the decision that I would go and watch Stitch Your Guns and then go catch the end of kneecap, and I think we were both in agreement that was the right choice for us, at least. I thought
It was a choice between a set that we knew would be really momentous and a set that we knew that we ourselves would enjoy. So I think we balanced that correctly.
Yeah.
Just going with what we'd enjoy to start with.
They sounded fucking brilliant.
And the set list was awesome as well. Really good balance of old and new stuff.
Gave me the nostalgia as well when we saw them there in 22 with that huge fucking circle pit. And then they kind of recreated the same thing and he was calling for it and it went round that post in the tent again. It was massive. There were a few songs I wish they played that they didn't. But like I absolutely fucking loved that set. It was so much fun. And yeah, they sounded absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
I like to also, so throughout the day at the word stage they have different like acts and like they'll do like yoga and stuff in the mornings, then they'll have like stuff for kids. But during Twin Atlantic, I had a little look at my phone, see what else I could be watching, because I sort of managed to miss Twin Atlantic growing up, never really listened to anything that they've ever done. So I wasn't really interested. It sounded good, but I was like, this isn't for me. So I looked at my phone and I was like, oh, Kai Humphries is doing a set at the word stage for this. So he's a comic that I've liked for ages. He's been on a bunch of podcasts that I really like. So I was like, oh. So I went to the toilet and then went and sat down in the word stage and it was brilliant. First time I've ever actually sat and watched comedy at a music festival, and I think I did it 3 or 4 times after this. Because, so it was Kai Humphries and then it was Ishan Akbar after Kneecap. So I was like, perfect. Well, I'll watch this. I'll go watch Kneecap and then I'll go and watch one of my favourite comedians in the sort of scene at the moment. So if there's ever anything that you're like, there's nothing I want to watch, just if there's a comic on, go and watch it. The tents aren't ever really that busy. and they're always really good. Like they were saying that especially at Trees, that as in like the comic scene, it's like their favourite festival to do, because it's got to be a hard gig to do a festival. Like if you're doing stuff like Download or like Reading and all that sort of stuff.
Quite a lot of podcasts that have comedians on, and a lot of them have mentioned how hard it is to do Download.
Like people like Ed Gamble and stuff would do great, because in like the metal scene, he's known as like the comic that likes metal, so he can connect with that. But then I've seen clips of some comics doing stuff like Download where they sort of try and play off the fact that like, you're all metalheads and I'm not, isn't that weird? And it just never really hits. But yeah, Trees, there's something about how small it is, how intimate it is, and they like people like Kai Humphries and that, like they're doing big shows, they're doing big tours, and they're playing like crazy venues. But then to play in front of, or to do a show in front of like 40 people, it's got to be good, because they're like it's back to that sort of like roots that you start doing off with. And they even do like new act stuff as well, which I went to I think it was on like the Saturday. Again, really good. It gives new comics really good opportunity. But yeah, if there's ever a point where you're not really not sure what you want to do, you don't want to just sit in your tent, or you don't want to just like go and watch a band that you're not bothered by, go to the comic, find something comedy, because it's always a great time.
So then,
anyway, kneecap.
Talk to us.
It's the kneecap. The recap.
Kneecap. You know, it was highly anticipated. The crowd were super loud, super ready to go. There was flags waving everywhere. I've never been to Glastonbury, but that's the closest I've probably ever got.
I thought that actually. Yeah.
There were smoke bombs and everything.
Oh yeah.
Like as they started, there was 3 people right in the middle that had the white, green, and orange.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Like, I'm colourblind, and I fucking. Well, I guessed it would be the Irish flag. And they were fucking stood there right as it started. It was a great atmosphere, brilliant. And then when they came on, the energy was insane.
He's there like, oh, what? Are the French here?
Kneecap, the recap.
Good. They're not normally my kind of music. I only caught the last like 2.5 songs, but being stood at the back, seeing all the light show, seeing all the crowd like being rowdy and going crazy down at the front, flags being waved around.
I didn't realise
it was a really awesome atmosphere. It was great.
I didn't realise that DJ Provi like comes from the back and actually like jumps in on the mic too. I didn't know that, so that was cool to see.
Stage setup wise, it was really cool. Like having him right at the top and with the LCD screen doing all like their like sort of music video-y sort of style stuff. Like their energy was great. I don't know how they kept the jackets on, like because it was still boiling at this point. Like, but yeah, like again, not really my kind of music, but I can appreciate when it's a good show. Yeah. And some of the beats, I was like, oh yeah, I'm feeling this. This is really good. There was quite a few points where we were sort of bopping along.
Yeah.
Like it was enjoyable, and I can imagine if you were a massive Kneecap fan, it was probably the best thing that's ever happened.
And you know what? Fair play to Trees for keeping them on the lineup. Like it would have been, with all the media pressure, it would have been really easy just to drop them and have someone else headline. But yeah, fair play to Trees for keeping them on the lineup, letting them spread their message, give them a platform.
Well,
sorry. And there was one point as well where they were playing, and a guy walked in front of me, and Josh goes, that's him. I was like, who? And he was like, that's Mr. Trees, like the guy that that runs, like he books everyone. He's like the main guy, and he was like sort of looking around.
Scarlett, you mean?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't have a clue who he was.
It's just a guy in like
a tree costume.
But like even like it was so rowdy, but he kept sort of looking around and being like, yeah, I've done well here.
That is something I like about Trees. Is all the like it's run by a small team, and they're always happy to like put a face to the people behind it.
Yeah.
Like you can tell they're proud of their festival, and it's always nice seeing those guys like roaming around the site, taking it all in, like chatting to people and listening to their feedback and stuff as well.
Yeah.
And like the owner of the site pops down every now and then as well. The farmer on his little quad bike.
Get off my land,
Farmer 2000.
I was going to say for most people, that was like their headline set for the evening.
But
we had a different headline set in our camp.
One masked DJ to another. We had a special guest at our campsite.
Debut show.
Josh missed out on.
Yeah. You weren't there.
DJ Flatfoot was there.
I was having a big poo.
It went off.
It did.
It was we've talked about the excerpts being a weird way to start a night, and grieving being a weird way to start the day at a festival. DJ Flatfoot got the party started.
Oh fuck yeah!
Clap your hands.
Absolutely incredible. We had the anticipation for it for Download.
Yeah, no pressure.
Didn't quite come to happen due to Download not letting you bring it in.
His visa didn't come through, did it?
No, it didn't. But no, it was
stuck in Germany.
Yeah, I was stuck in hell.
It was.
That's why DJ Flatfoot had the flames in his shirt.
But no,
You mean
that
DJ
was.
Flatfoot was
Yeah,
there.
that's what I mean. Sorry.
You'll see it in the vlog if it's out now or about to come out. It was just a lot of fun. First of 2 sets that we had. So
Also, way better than anyone was ever
oh,
expecting.
100%. It was fucking sick. Absolutely incredible. It was the perfect vibe to then get into silent disco that night as well. Like the energy was just so much fun. It's just sad you missed it.
I will pass that feedback on. I will also say that as DJ Flatfoot's representative, I
Yep.
did hear that like
Flatfoot.
yesterday he took some time to
Put his feet up.
well no well yeah he got the dogs in, now they're out. Wait, that makes no sense. He got the
Don't shake
dogs
them all
out.
about.
In, out, in,
Now they're
out.
in. Oh, hang the DJs up in here. Right. Yeah, he was looking into like a different unit yesterday.
Oh.
Like a different portable unit. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that.
I heard
But
that there were
Some
rumours
losers
of.
online were saying that that's just for kids. That Yamaha DJs.
I did hear this. But I mean, you watch the vlogs, beg to differ. But yeah, £140 new unit. So we'll let you know.
I've
How
heard
exciting.
the rumours potentially of a DJ Flatfoot set at Burn It Down on a beach.
Rod Stewart.
Beach party.
Heard the rumours, whether it's going to be true or not. Only time will tell.
But
But
like,
yeah.
when I finally got back to camp,
Right after you finished
yeah,
as well.
everything.
The timing was.
Everything like
Impeccable.
after that is hazy as fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep. Same.
I remember being at the silent disco struggling to stand up.
You had your eyes shut at times.
Fuck off, really?
Yeah. You
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think you were stand up sleeping
Oh.
and just sort of swaying.
Fucking hell.
but to be fair, we've said everything there is to say about the silent disco before, haven't we? Yeah, it's just so much fun, an absolute vibe. Switch between the channels. That moment of get on red now.
Again, really good for a
Nothing beats it.
colourblind person.
Just click twice.
Yeah. I end up having to just get someone else to
Again.
click it for me.
Again. Again.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, now I get it, yeah.
And then before you know it, it's Friday.
It is Friday. Now this is the day for me in particular where
It all came
the
together.
heat. Well, first of all, it was the best day of music for me in total.
I agree.
But this was also the day where the heat really made me struggle.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a lot of bands I wanted to see in particular where it just wasn't going to happen. And I'll talk about one in particular with a main stage band a little bit later, which I did enjoy. But I believe you guys, or some of you, went early to go see Fail State, didn't you?
Yeah,
we
man.
did.
How was it?
Unbelievable. The
It-
tent was packed.
It reminded me a lot of seeing Blank Atlas play that same slot
Yep.
last year. Having like a fairly localish band opening the new stage, drawing a massive crowd, and just genuinely just having a really good time on stage. Smashed the set as well. They were great.
We love you, Fail State. Let's work together.
Yeah.
And then I was knackered and wiped up by the heat for a little while. So I don't know about you guys, but I didn't see any bands until Oversize. After
That was my first time
I
of the
saw
day.
Split Dogs before them.
How was
Tell
it?
us about Split Dogs.
Split Dogs was really cool. Like it was like sort of like a bit of a punk and roll sort of situation. Their vocalist like fucking brought the energy and was like super like her energy was like absolutely infectious. Like I was like, she was happy. They were having a good time. They all look cool. Her like by the way, there was some fantastic stage outfits across the whole of Trees. By the way, and her one was definitely up there with one of the best ones. They were really cool, and I think if I need some sort of energetic music to drive to, I reckon I'd pick Split Dogs. While I was waiting for them to start, I saw a little bit of Malavora, who I believe are also at Burn It Down. Very cool. I'll be looking forward to seeing them at Burn It Down.
Did you catch any of Evil?
Hell yeah. It makes me want to have a fucking knuckle duster on these microphones now. You guys need to fucking sort that shit out. They were really good, and I think the future is exciting for that band. They're mixing a lot of electronic elements with heavy music. As much as we kind of have dragged them, I think that what would make sense for Evil is probably like a tour support with Wargasm, I reckon. I think that would make so much fucking
Wargasm
sense.
UK.
Yes.
Don't make that mistake.
Yeah, Wargasm UK,
Yeah, well-
so
Yeah, it was all Oversize. The recent album's great. The set was cool. Drawing some similarities with the Split Chain, I think. Like that kind of brand of emo crossed with kind of shoegaze. Seems to be really popular and on the rise at the moment. So they're a band that are going to do well. But after that, we went over to see Kainashi.
We did. It was an experience.
Very divisive amongst all of us, I think.
It was a very divisive.
I think
But we knew it was going to be going.
Yeah,
into
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Josh recommended them and brought their name to our attention. And you did suggest at the time that they kind of split opinion, I think.
Yeah. Well, I loved it.
I enjoyed it as well.
I loved it. I mean, it's not often you see me do fucking big old spin kicks here and there these days. But
Mosh Barton came out to play.
He came out to play too, right?
I did think they were very entertaining and like very unique. Like I do like the whole vibe of having like the pedal board and like the vocalist like just tapping away at stuff. Some of the samples and stuff were very comedic. I did enjoy those. But for me, I gave it a good shot. But after maybe 3 or 4 songs, I was a bit like, I think I don't like this.
That's fine.
Felt like Knock Loose on steroids at points.
but at the same time, I can see the appeal. I get why people do enjoy it.
on acid, more like.
Yeah.
I found it like because the big sticking point is the vocals for a lot of people, right?
Sure, Marmite.
And
I think
I found it-
that's where you're either won or lost.
Yeah.
Like, I did not like the vocals, so I think that's where I'm kind of
I
losing my immersion and connection with them.
yeah, because I found it less abrasive live
On record, yeah,
than on
yeah,
record.
yeah, I agree
felt
with
like
you,
I
yeah.
was like, I it was like it made a lot more sense to me live. Like I really get like why he's making this sound because there were
It's such a nice way to describe a vocalist.
because there were times where he was doing like stuff that was a bit more like low and guttural, like just
Yeah.
on like a few random spots throughout.
Or even
but,
like his clean stuff's really nice.
yeah. So I think it clicked a bit for me.
Sick.
So I'll probably go back to revisiting them on record now and
Hell yeah.
see if
I
that carries over.
Kind of fascinated.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
just like everything that was going on with it, it was just like watching and just seeing what was going to happen next, and like so many kind of changes in sound within the song, or it would be from one section into another, and you wouldn't see what's coming. It was just like I was pretty locked in with that, and I really enjoyed that.
I think the way that I sort of got around it in my head was if you just watch it as like an art piece,
Yeah,
instead
see
of
that.
like as like a musical sort of like aspect, it's like it just makes sense, and I can understand why people really enjoy it.
I think if they heard you saying that, they seem like the sort of people with what they've set up would be like, that's kind of what we're going for, I think.
Yeah.
Especially with this, it's all sort of story-based stuff. It's a whole all the stuff is like what they've built. And now this is again the fun of trees. We're talking like fucking polar opposites here. And also coincidentally, the band that I had on driving here today for this, Keg.
Yeah, boy.
The heat had really got to me at this point, and I was still blowing a bit from thrashing around, bringing Mosh Barton out to play. Oh, P.S. Mosh Barton, DJ Flatfoot, charity boxing match. Let's make it
Oh
happen.
yeah,
That would be a hard edit.
Kickboxing.
It's just cuts of...
And then suddenly one of them's on the floor with you know, oh, banging.
So I love this angular, weird shit, and in the best way possible. All sorts of stuff going on. Reminds me of one of my favourite bands, Opus Kink, like What's Not More to Love. I think at this point I was just a little bit hot, and I will just be hoping to see them again in different circumstances. Great recommendation, fucking too right.
Yeah, and one of them was wearing a truck hat, which is where we are today. Big up.
track music still.
So on to one of the bands that I was most excited for, Black Gold.
How was it?
Awesome, absolutely awesome.
They had a few technical difficulties at the start.
Yeah,
but worth the wait.
Definitely worth the wait. And it was like, if anything, it was like anticipation. Because it was like, oh, they're about to start. It's like, oh, they're 7 minutes
It's like they
later.
walked out and went, oh.
Yeah, 7 minutes
not
later, it's
yet.
like, they've still not started. What's going on here? And then second they were on stage, energy was up. Let's fucking go. I think it's the 3rd or 4th time I've seen them. I saw them at Trees the year before.
Burn It Down last year.
And Burn It Down as
That
well.
was an amazing
Yeah.
set last year.
I think similar to Snakes for me, like in the sense of, like, obviously musically completely different, but in the sense of I've seen them live a few times and absolutely loved it, and will always go and catch them live whenever I get the opportunity. But I've just never really committed to listening to them day to day. But now I'm going to be doing that.
I
For
remember seeing you after that, and you were saying like this was kind of where it clicked for me.
Yeah.
a little bit.
Did you see them at Burn It Down? That's surprising that it didn't
That's
click
it
it for you then, because especially for me and you,
Yeah,
that was
oh,
like
Christ,
the
I
next
think
level.
Yeah.
I may have been heavily in content mode when I saw
Yeah.
them there.
No, that was but
But
that
yeah,
was
really
incredible.
cool. Although I did leave their set a couple of songs early, after Keg being a recommendation from myself to Josh. Josh recommended Hail the Sun.
Hail the Sun.
And I
actually
have to say, one of my sets of the weekend.
Fuck
really,
yeah.
really
It
impressed.
was my favourite set of trees.
This is a big regret for me because after Black Gold, I was like, right, now it's time to go and get some like cool, like some shade and
that's
some
sensible.
water.
Oh, dude.
Because I was like, I can't keep doing this.
He's
'cause
like
I'm-
sat upright, ready to
I'm-
go.
But the second
hail
these,
the sun or hide from
yeah,
the sun.
the second these guys came back, I was like, why didn't I go?
Guys, I cannot wait to talk about this Hail the Sun thing.
I've
by
been
the way.
looking forward to this since we got back. I want to talk about this set so much.
That's all well and good. But first, we got to hit a story time with Josh, I'm afraid.
Go for it.
Tell us a story.
Last year at 2000 Trees, I was feeling a bit lethargic after going through a bit of a rough time. I was there, and I was just minding my own business watching this set. I was quite front. And Papa Trees, Big Dave, you might know him, fucking Trees legend, came up to me, and he was dancing away doing his thing. And he kind of like looked up at me, I looked down at him. He was just kind of going like this. Like that, and I think that might have been his universal signal to say like, pick me up, uppies, or like crowd surf me like everybody else does with me. But I was like so fucked. I was just like,
Yeah, man. And that's all we've done to each other for a whole year.
for a whole year.
Incredible.
You could be in the most serious conversation until someone goes like, yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
I said, right, I'm gonna fucking like lift some shit, and I'm actually gonna get good. And like next time I see that motherfucker, like it's on site, he's on my shoulders, and we were there waiting for Black Gold, and like.
Insert. We got.
Have you ever seen Michael Myers stalk prey?
It was like he locked in. He was
I
like,
was-
that's my
I
gazelle.
was literally like, fucking hell, I'm making this happen. And it was one of these things where my internal battle was a little bit like, how the fuck do I approach this? Because like the set kind of hadn't, like the crowd hadn't like, but it's like, I'm not going to lose my fucking Moby Dick here. Like I got the harpoon locked and loaded, ready to go. And I was like, hovering
I was literally just looking over him while he was, and then he turned
I
around and
shit
Josh
you.
was like,
I was like, hello, can I put you on my shoulders?
and he was like, yeah.
And he said exactly that. I scooped him up, ran into the fucking pit.
Sacrificed him to the pit.
For the glory. And oh my god, it was such a fucking cathartic
I mean, we're
moment.
laughing, but it was a really wholesome moment.
It was
as well.
beautiful.
I was,
And like any time you see that man crowd surfing at trees, there's a big cheer. Everyone's like, yeah.
But it was,
And I really hope I'm like him when I'm that age.
yeah.
It was the redemption of Josh from like the crushingness of last year to be like,
I missed my
to have
moment.
not put him up, missed your moment to catching the white whale.
The only thing that will compete with that is if we're doing a DJ set one day and John Mahon's in the crowd and you offer him a fist bump and then take it away from him.
It's your redemption arc.
That's the
John
only thing
Mahon,
that'll
did you
top
like my DJ set?
But it was the fact that we got it on video, you picking him up, running around in the pit with him, and then he sort of tapped you, and you were like, what? And then another guy was like, get him down, and then Josh just goes, all right, crowd surf him. And then he went from the shoulders straight into a crowd surf, over, like just put his arms
Amazing.
out over the barrier. It was
Legendary
textbook,
stuff.
absolutely textbook.
And you can see it all in our vlog.
Also,
yeah.
I've got a
Or
great
in the clip that we've just rolled.
I've got a
over
great
the
bit
top
of
that.
footage of Josh coming out of that, and he's got the biggest smile on your face. You're like, I did it!
Year in the making.
Fucking hell.
Hail the sun.
Hell the sun.
Hail the sun.
Hail the sun.
Now you recommended this a long time ago, and I kind of like dipped my toes into it.
Tiger was buzzing for it as well.
Tiger has been playing it to me incessantly the past few months, and like I knew it was his like set that he wanted to see desperately. So like I've had him playing it when he's been at mine so much. So I was learning songs, and this is like one of those times where you go and see a band live. Points I was absolutely speechless during it. I was like turning around to him, I turned around to you, and I was like, wow, what the fuck is this? I've come away since, we'll get to the actual set, but I've come away since and I've been listening to them so fucking much. I am so sold. Fucking hell, the whole sound of it was incredible. The musicianship, the energy on stage, I just did not expect at all. It was just something, for the entirety of their set, I was engrossed in, and then as it will go from one song to the other, I'm like, oh, it can't get better than that. And it just keeps going. It keeps going, and then he goes behind the kit and he's drumming and singing as well. That's incredible. Pops back out. It's just like there was just so much energy and fun on stage. Everyone, I think, in that tent loved it. Tiger had his funny moment because he was there we were at Barrier and he was there just singing lyrics. And he was singing lyrics back at Tiger.
Was singing to Tiger. And
he was like, it's like you've seen, like you say, like you had that joyous moment coming out from lifting Pepper Trees. Yep. And you had the big grin on your face. I remember seeing you at Kubla Khan a couple of years ago, coming out of that pit with the biggest grin on your face. And then I got to see Tiger.
Sobbing at the Wonder Years.
You sobbing at the Wonder Years.
This is great.
But then I had
the best time.
I then had
me dying laughing at Kai Humphries.
Yeah. But then I had like a Tiger there just with the biggest fucking grin on his face during the entirety of that set. And yeah, like so many other bands that we're going to talk about that I enjoyed their sets, but this was the best thing I saw at Trees aside from DJ Flatfoot. This was just genuinely absolutely fucking incredible.
It really was fucking good.
It's hard to, I'm trying to put it into words, but I also came away like speechless and floored by it. I've can count a couple of times on fingers, like times I've come away from a set like that. Like I had that 1056 at Burn It Down last year as well. This was immense.
It felt like a throwback to like the mid 2000s with like the energy, with like the vocal style, with all the mic swinging and stuff.
Stands flying in the air.
Yeah, exactly. And it just felt like a really nostalgic set, but also a very fresh set at the same time.
Oh, you'd love the drum sound.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so gorgeous.
Time, bro.
Well, they announced they've got album in the works and tour.
Yeah.
So then immediately, I think like you, me, and Tiger were like, we're going.
I did feel a bit sorry for like the standard drummer, like the guy that steps aside to let him take over, because he just sort of goes and sort of awkwardly stands at the side for a bit.
Surely you'd like jump into the crowd or something.
Yeah, I assumed he'd like take over on another instrument or like do something else, but he just sort of stood at the side and had a bit of a beer and then back on the kit again afterwards.
I mean, as a drummer, that's the dream, to be able to halfway through just stop and have a chill.
Not play.
Yeah.
Every drummer yearns to not play the drums.
Yeah,
for you, you've been a fan for a while. Was this the first time you'd seen them as well?
It actually was, yeah. And it honestly lived up to expectations and then some, basically. Yeah. I was confident. I was very confident in this recommendation. And if you haven't already gone and started saving their albums right now, then...
Yeah,
come on.
That it was special.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna say I do warrant them as possibly one of the most underrated bands in the world.
Yep.
So can I now ask you, seeing what do you think to that statement?
Oh, 100%. Like there was I couldn't recommend it enough. That was it was an experience seeing that.
They've been around for quite a while as well.
Yeah. That was fucking incredible.
I don't understand how they've been around for so long and not broken through somewhere.
Yeah.
If people are into stuff like the old Sleeping with Sirens and Pierce the Veil and stuff, like this should be like the modern equivalent. I know those bands are still active, but not in the same capacity. Like that should be. They should be
they're kind of like the less commercial versions of those.
Yeah, completely.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, it was fucking incredible.
Either of you'll see The Dangerous Summer or Coil Guns? That would...
No, I think this was time for another little bit of shade.
This was getting into shade break for me as well.
Hydration.
So I went and saw one of my favourite bands in the world, Delta Sleep, and this set was particularly special in the Axiom because it was their drummer's last ever show with Delta Sleep after 12 years of being in the band. And it's one of those things where... I'm just like a sucker for if people get like emotional about anything. I pretty much, it's like infectious. It's like a yawn. So like when the guitarist like said that right at the start, like this is, and his voice kind of like broke and while he was talking about like his best mate like leaving the band and stuff, it kind of always gets me. So it started and I was like already emotional. And it was a really good set. I mean, the detail by Delta Sleep, I actually think is becoming potentially one of my favourite songs overall ever. So seeing that live for the first time as well was like was brilliant, and it was all just made extra special with how much that set evidently meant to those guys as they were playing it. I love that band. I genuinely maybe think they are, because TTNG don't really seem to be active anymore, I kind of think maybe they might be the pinnacle UK math rock band. And their sort of discography spans some really like sort of like a quite intense, jarring stuff, all the way to some stuff that I think, honestly, like I said in the preview, super chill, super nice, a proper vibe while you're cooking a nice meal with some nice mood lighting. Mwah, chef's kiss.
I think we had a bit of a clash and a divide come up that afternoon, where some of us went to Graphic Nature.
Trash Boat beforehand.
Was it Trash Boat first?
Yeah.
Oh, it would have been,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah, Trash Boat.
What set?
So this
The
was like
return.
the return, the comeback with it.
I don't think they'd played the festival since 2016, which was the first time I went to Trees, and the first time that I saw Trash Boat. It would have been. I think that was the year they released their first album. So they would have been playing songs from that and the EPs. So to see how far they've come from playing, I think they played the Cave stage that year, quite early in the day. It's now be main stage, and to have been a fan of theirs for so long and seen everything they've achieved in between those two sets as well. So this set felt like a bit of, firstly, a comeback for them, and also a bit of a celebration of from then to now. And it was a really awesome set.
I think everyone in the crowd really appreciated that as well, for like the comeback, and he talked about it on stage that they needed it.
Yeah.
And just the reception they got from everyone there watching it was really quite wholesome, I would say.
It was also quite emotional when he was saying, "We're sorry that we had to cancel our tours."
Yeah.
But we had to. Like we would have just
Well, yeah,
we wouldn't have been here.
Yeah,
if
he
we
was
hadn't
basically
done
saying if we didn't do that, we would not be a band anymore. Which I guess puts things into perspective of how difficult it can be being a touring band these days, trying to make money from it and make a living from it.
Yeah.
And also how important it is to make sure you look after yourself.
Yeah.
Yes, very important.
Because there is no longevity if you don't. If like they are the most important in the whole thing.
Yeah.
So
And you could
Good on
see it
them.
on their faces as well. Like they all looked like they were just like thankful and happy to be doing it again.
Refreshed.
And they all looked refreshed, and they looked like they all had like a weight off their shoulders. It was like
I can imagine
it was really fun.
I can imagine it's a tricky decision to make as a band as well, to go on a break like that, because you don't know whether people are still going to stick around when you come back.
Kind of just as they release
think,
an album as well.
I think a part of that appreciation that they had that was visible is probably partly that as well, to step out onto that main stage and for there to be a big like crowd welcoming them back.
yeah, and also he said like this is the most fun thing that they can do. Like this is the thing that they most enjoy doing throughout everything else that they could possibly do in their life. So to have the like awareness to be like, no, we need to stop. We just need to stop, reset, get all of our energy and batteries recharged, and then we'll go back off.
It's a big thing to do.
Yeah.
No, I really enjoyed this set, and I did stay for the whole of it, but I was struggling like fucking the heat. And this ended up being genuinely the only band I saw on main stage because of like no covering. It genuinely was. Because in particular, I was really enjoying it, but I remember being about 3 songs in, and I nearly left to go back to camp just to go and sit under some shade. Because I ended up looking around at one point, because we were fairly close-ish as well
Lose
to
your
the
colour,
front.
find some shade.
But I was looking around and I'm like, we're at main stage, there's going to be like fuck all shade anywhere. So I toughed it out with it, really enjoyed the set, but like it was that day in particular and that set where the heat was really starting to get to me, to be honest. But it was a fun set.
I felt like the set list was really varied as well. They like played some new stuff, some old stuff, and everything in between.
Yeah, it's fun. Like I feel like they are one of those bands that could very easily, sort of the way that Boston Manor have, kind of quietly disregard some of the earlier
kind of go,
stuff.
we're not a pop punk band
yeah.
anymore. We're not going to play songs from the first album.
To still be playing like Trim Quarry, which is my favourite Trash Boat song.
And to close with Strangers, I don't think they've done that for a little while.
So
Last time I saw them, I think they opened with Strangers, which is a bit crazy.
Yeah, it was really fun. I'm really, really happy that band is back. They've just announced a few quite intimate UK shows as well, including the Underworld. So we'll probably be keeping an eye on that.
So I think we had a bit of a divide and a bit of clash at this point. There's a choice between Graphic Nature.
No.
Oh, we've got another one now. Have I skipped a massive part of the day or something?
No. So,
Was it Lad Dispute before that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
special odd set for me next in the Forest. La Dispute, a band that I have honestly wanted to see probably since I've been a young teenager. I will say that it was something special, would be an absolute understatement. Jordan Dreyer comes out with just the guitarist, sort of like plays a little like sort of soft sort of background music thing, takes out like a poetry book and does like quite like a long spoken word thing to sort of start. Any other band doing that, everybody would be probably talking and heckling and not interested in whatever. You could have heard a fucking pin drop, I swear down. Everybody was so invested. It was so just like, perfect. I'm there leaning against a tree. It was just perfect. Then it brings the whole band on. Also, just to say, when he's actually started reading from the book to start, I was a little bit like, oh, if this is going to be this for half an hour, I'm not even mad. Like, I'm not even mad. If this is how they're going to do it, I don't care. This is cool. This is interesting. Comes on, the set sort of gets more and more energetic as it goes. They basically fucking just it's just so good. And I did not expect him to do as many, like, I don't know if this is like, what's the word? I don't know if this is intentional, but seeing as many like slut drops. Fucking 2, right? You go get it, slay. I loved it. It was really special. I loved it. And was just like, fuck me if that wasn't good enough. They said at the end, like, tomorrow, longer set, different songs. Chef's kiss. Fucking brilliant. Brilliant booking. It just made so much sense.
Well, it wasn't the only dispute we had that day, because some of us went to Graphic Nature, some of us went to see Fiddler. We'll start with Graphic Nature, where you guys went, I think.
We did, didn't we?
We did.
You,
we were there.
me, Alex, Tiger.
Great fun.
Couldn't miss it. Whenever I see them,
Whenever they're on a lineup, I got to go. I have to go. I can't not go. And I tell you what, in particular, they sounded phenomenal in that tent.
So big.
They sounded amazing, and I was like kind of off to the side just watching it. But then there was you'd wrapped your T-shirt around your face, and like to cover from
dust was unbelievable.
and then you're just there like going for
every
it.
second is going crazy. And right before it started, I turned around to Alex and was like, I hope they play something I'm not.
Oh
Because
my God,
they
yes.
didn't play it at download. And about halfway in, Harvey goes, right, this is a song we haven't played for a little while.
I loved that so
Dun-dun.
fucking much.
And it was like, yes, fucking go.
That was amazing.
Every single song went so hard. The crowd went fucking nuts the whole time.
Yep.
And yeah, we could bang on about Graphic Nature for ages. Like, they're just perfect. They're so good.
I saw this as an opportunity because I've seen Graphic Nature so many times, already seen them a couple of times this year. So I saw this as an opportunity to try something a band that I haven't seen before, a band that you don't get too many opportunities to see either, from what I gather.
No. I think they went away for quite a while.
Yeah. Fiddler. Fiddler.
Fuck it, dog, life's a risk. Fiddler. Yeah.
They're awesome. There's just something about, like, I know we're a bit sick of the sunshine at this point, but sun being out, main stage at Trees, just a no holds barred, like, indie punk band that just goes out there and has fun.
Sings about drugs.
Yeah. It was just really fun. They did like a girls only mosh pit as well, which Tia fucking loved. They said thank you after every song.
Yes, I noticed that. I thought that was so fucking funny. It was like the equivalent of being like, ooh.
Yeah, awesome. Loved it.
I saw Coheed and Cambria after that set.
I'll tell you what, I was sat back at camp while they were on, and I think I was with Alex as well, and we were both like, I bet Josh is loving this. This sounds pretty good.
Do you remember when I said, like, I loved every single millisecond of Korn because it downloaded because it kind of like scratched my brain in like a weird way. It kind of just is hitting all the right receptors. Same thing with Coheed and Cambria. And basically what made it even...
There's a Coheed and Cambria record behind us somewhere.
Fuck off, is there? What made Coheed's set like even better for me was like one reason, seeing fucking James on side of stage grinning from ear to ear, having the nicest time. He was surrounded by people he was evidently like in with, and they were having the best time on the side of the stage. Coheed were at the fucking top of their game. Seriously, like, they are so fucking good. When they played the last song and he stood on top of a cab and he was there playing a fucking double-necked guitar behind his head, I'm like, fucking 2, right? Let's get it. I had a family of 4 like right next to me, 2 young kids, really young kids. They all had Coheed shirts on. They were all like going crazy and having like the nicest time. And I was enjoying like, and I was like kind of like side-eyeing like their like experience, and it just made it all like really special. And honestly, they were fucking amazing. Like, yeah.
I'll give Harriet a mention. Did anyone see the full set?
No, we saw the last song.
I only saw the last song. Sorry, guys. But amazing to see them 2 years ago opening the Cave stage at like 11 o'clock in the morning to now 2 years later be closing the Cave stage as a headliner is fucking sick. Kudos to the band, to the festival, to like give them a platform to be able to get an audience and just progress that quickly. There's a lot of bands in the UK scene which seem to be progressing and rising at that kind of rate at the moment, and it's really, really good to see, I think. but I wanted to give Take It Back Sunday a chance
How much did you see?
because I saw maybe 5 or 6 songs
Okay.
towards the start of the set. Because I'd heard lots of discourse online, seen lots of clips of their live footage, and heard and seen that they were absolute dog shit live. Thought I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I'll just see one or two songs and then make a judgment from there. They're really good, genuinely. Like they were actually really good. And I think if obviously I know the hits and I know like some of the iconic songs that they have. If I knew more of the deep cuts and more of their discography, I think I would have absolutely loved that set. Because even as a neutral, I thought it was really good, and they surprised me, they charmed me.
To echo your sentiment, it was like they definitely they sort of proved our potential rumblings of them not being
100%.
good wrong. It was one of those
Unless
things.
we just got lucky and had them on a good day.
Yeah.
I don't know. But,
they sounded
they were
good.
great.
Everything was right. His stage presence really was incredible. Those mic swings and stuff like really sort of brought a whole different air to it. I will just say this, like it didn't sort of get me like excited. I'm kind of noticing now, this is quite bad and maybe showing my age, but my basis for whether I'm truly enjoying you or not is how much you're distracting me from how much my feet hurt. And Coheed, I had no feet issues. Taking Back Sunday, the feet issues were there. So, I mean, that's very fair sort of reviewing, if you will.
we then had a second set from DJ Flatfoot.
Fuck yeah.
I remember this one a little bit more.
Yeah.
I mean,
You heard it. You heard it
more.
from the
You
Portaloo.
heard the stories more.
This
Yeah.
was a little bit more like sobering.
Still incredible.
We played some Extreme Gazebo,
Yep.
and then we went to the silent disco.
Hang the DJs.
Hang the DJs.
I love that
yeah.
stuff.
Macarena,
200 beats per
Pillar
minute
Pit.
Macarena.
The reverse musical statues.
Yep.
This whole thing's
The
very
hokey
hazy
cokey?
for me, by the way.
I genuinely think this
This
might
is all
have
very
been
hazy for me.
I think this is the first time I've seen maybe the whole tent was on the same channel.
Yeah.
I
By-
felt bad for the other.
Yeah.
Is that during the hokey cokey?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
even
think everyone just
like even
switched
by
and
like the
joined in.
Macarena, like it was pretty much almost all blue.
And you know what?
It was
Even like
mad.
the non-party stuff was just good vibes.
Yeah.
Loved every minute.
Yeah, I finished my rum before going, and I went off a cliff.
You just kept
You were still
quoting
drunk the next
Hoodwinked.
morning.
You were just quoting the same quote from Hoodwinked all night.
Oh, what a film! If you know Hoodwinked, you're a friend of mine.
The first band we saw after getting a delightful iced coffee from the vegan food stand near the main stage
That was very much needed.
Love Rarely. That
I'm disappointed I missed this one.
that set fucked,
I
to
had
be
to have a
honest.
lion.
Yeah.
It did. It
And
very much.
I
fucked.
literally collared you, like I saw you, and you're like, I'm off to get some Wi-Fi. I was like, young man, you sweet summer child, come on, get off your iPad. And what did you think?
I fucking loved it.
It was really
I thought
good.
they were really, really good. Didn't know any of their songs going into it, and I was just stood there the whole time like, this is great. And it's a testament to the Trees audience that new stage is full every fucking morning, like from the jump. Like people will just, doesn't matter how late you've been out the night before, people will just be there, and that's beautiful for all those smaller bands, because like Download will put on really great bands at 11 o'clock, and you think there ain't no fucking way.
Well,
I'm
because
gonna
you
be there.
basically
Yeah,
got to
that's
be
the
there for
difference.
the whole day.
Yeah, if you
don't
go
Yeah.
to the arena at Download, you're committing to just not
Yeah.
coming back for the rest of the day.
Whereas with
'Cause you don't wanna
Trees,
do that walk
it
again.
obviously is easier, but it's also the people there just want to be seeing as much as possible. So yeah, this band was really good.
Then from there, hop, skip, and a jump over to see Last Hounds in the Cave, and that
I heard a special guest appearance. was
yes,
had.
set was great, and then it got even better when they brought out fucking Jason Allen Butler, whose voice honestly just literally was like a fucking gut punch, and I was just like, in the best way possible, what a performer. It just really worked. Big up on him, by the way, for like coming in and not being like a fucking wanky rock star and being like, no, fuck you, you're smaller than my band. Like, that stuff is awesome. More of that, please. Their Wall of Death was a bit awkward, but apart from that, everything was gold. I want to see that band again.
I think it was about now when I stopped being really drunk, because I woke up on the Saturday morning
Still drunk.
absolutely
So
battered
that would have
still.
been half. 2 p.m. The Cave.
Who was that?
Lover's Noise.
Oh, that was noise.
Oh yeah,
That was a shame, wasn't it?
it was a massive shame.
They made the best of it.
It was a massive shame, and when we've seen them before, we fucking loved them. And the stuff they did play, sounded awesome.
Yeah.
It was just a disappointing. So and you could see how disappointed they were as well.
Yeah, it was a shame.
But there's still some great footage of him doing spin kicks and
Going for
moshing
it.
on the stage and stuff and making the best of a shit situation. But yeah, I can't wait to see him again
Burn it down.
when they burn it down, when they'll just fucking smash it as they have done before.
Yeah, of
It was just a massive shame.
They still had a decent crowd that stayed around for them.
Oh yeah, it wasn't like everyone went, well, fuck this,
No,
then
I
and
didn't. I
left.
didn't see. It wasn't like there was a mass exodus
No,
of the
not
tent
at
or
all.
anything. Everyone stuck around and still had a good time.
But then
But
afterwards,
from one band that we've interviewed to another in Split Chain.
Chain. Now this was fun. I can't remember what it was said earlier on about like crowd surfers and kids and families. It was just one of the highlights of the set. They were amazing. We'll get to that. There was a dad with his 2 kids, maybe about 5 or 6.
Sick mullet. He had a
They
sick
were
mullet.
like, huh?
Dad had
He
a sick
did,
mullet,
yeah.
They were like, the kids were like doing a push pit amongst each other. Dad was like holding the hands of one kid, would go round like one revolution of the circle pit.
I
He
saw
would
them.
do like pit stop and switch kids and then go back round again.
It was very much,
Pit
you're
stop,
coming with me.
nice.
Yeah.
And the arm was getting
Um,
pulled out the socket,
I
but the
saw them
kids
doing
they were
some
loving
pretty
it.
solid 2-stepping at one point.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
step and they were
Oh,
throwing the
absolutely.
fuck down like veterans. He was like taking them over to crowd surfing and security, making sure they're all right. Like that was just a really wholesome moment. But yeah, Split Chain, fucking sick.
Then we saw Anxious.
Oh, I
And
saw
they
a
were
bit
really
of
fun.
Employed to Serve.
How was it?
Fucking
Then
awesome.
Josh saw Employed to Serve.
It was fucking awesome. Yeah.
And then we saw Anxious. And they're really cool.
I thought they were fucking great. Like a band that don't come over to the UK that often, or at least haven't done thus far in their career. So did feel like it was just a bit of a rare treat actually. Which is what Trees tends to do with their bookings. They tend to pull some absolute blinders out of nowhere that you think. It's a lot of like wishful thinking. You're like, oh, that band would be so fun to be at Trees, and then they
And
just
then they
book
do it.
them. So
Yeah.
I thought they were great. The energy was really fun. The pit was really good.
Mm. There were loads of people dressed in like cardboard pints.
Yep.
Which I think they must have predetermined that set was going to be the set that they retired those costumes because they were just
They
being
got
ripped to
wrecked.
shreds.
Yeah.
They got sacrificed. Didn't
Yep. Not
So-
not the first pints I've seen getting demolished at that festival.
they? Like, with the heat, to still just crack on with that was very. There was that guy that was going around in the tiger outfit as well for the whole
I
festival.
always respect him.
Jesus, what a
Big up.
legend!
He must have like some sort of internal cooling system in that scene.
He's got full air.
Got pipes in there.
So
But yeah, Anxious have released one of my favourite albums of the year so far. So to see songs from that live, as well as songs from their previous album as well. Yeah, really, really cool. Very treesy band. Loved it.
Yeah.
I left anxious to go and see one of my most anticipated bands of the weekend, Sparta, who genuinely I don't think I'll ever get a chance to see again. I'll just put it
I
out
was
there.
gonna say, genuinely, I will never go and see them again.
And I walked on over to the main stage, and I was like, where the fuck is everyone? And sort of did like the bit of like the John Travolta. I kind of like turned around and I like looked and I was like,
Am I at the right?
I was like, where are you all?
It's like that sometimes at trees, though, isn't it?
Well,
It was like that when I saw Snakes. There was like no one there. Then as soon as they started, I turned around and like, oh, there's thousands of people here now.
guys,
Oh, did that not happen?
I
at Sparta?
realised why no one was there. It's because I was watching and I was like, oh, this is cool. This is cool. I'm hot.
I'm
I'm-
really fucking hot.
I'm really fucking hot. And then I was a little bit like,
Dude, you're on fire.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
yeah.
No, really, you're on fire.
No, I was a little bit like, this is actually maybe making me feel ill. And I had to fucking walk away. And I honestly felt, I was like, this is going to be one of those things I look back on with a very sad face. And yeah, so, and then like my brain has cursed me because I have Cut Your Ribbon by Sparta stuck in my head, quite a lot of them in it. And I didn't get to fucking see it live. So that is what it is.
That's
So
a
I'm really
shame.
disappointed about that.
Shall we take a break here and do the food segment? Festival food, which Trees has won awards for, I think, for having some of the best food selection at a festival. What was the best food we had across the weekend?
Ooh, it's a hard one. Because I always make the point of never having the same thing twice.
Mm.
So I always try and get as much of a
Yeah.
like a choice.
I'm trying to remember everything I ate.
Best
Alex, you're lactose intolerant these days.
I am. Yep.
You've decided to stop tolerating dairy.
You lack the enzyme.
So you had to be careful over
Yeah.
what you're eating.
This entire festival season this year has been the first time I've had to be aware of it. And like, in the grand scheme of things, it's not the end of the world. But like, I mean, when it's hot as fuck and you want to not be in a Portaloo, like, it's probably good to avoid the dairy at all costs. So I was scouring around on the first day. We did like a lap of the whole site of like making
A lactose lap.
Lactose lap, of
A
course.
lactose.
Brilliant. There he is. The vegan burgers were bellissimo, but the highlight for me was the pad thai. I deliberately saved it for the Saturday evening. I was like, if I put this off, it's going to feel even sweeter when I finally get it. And it was bloody lovely. Can I say about the gyros bamboozling me?
I think that's quite important. Yeah.
So, on the menu for the gyros stand, it was like chicken one, a halloumi one, and then a vegan falafel one. And it said VE next to it.
Yeah.
Falafel gyros.
Yeah,
and then
because the halloumi one was the vegetarian,
Yeah.
and then the falafel one was the vegan one.
and then below it was all the ingredients that were in it, you know, like the chips, the lettuce, blah blah blah, whatever, tomatoes, all that stuff. And it said homemade tzatziki.
And I said,
pretty sure that's a dairy-based
They got
item.
cream.
because I said to you, I was like, just double check.
And I
'cause-
thought this is going to be a fucking stupid question. Me going, that's tzatziki in the
Is-
vegan
is the vegan
wrap.
option vegan?
Yeah, and she was like, no, there's dairy in that.
So then that's not vegan, then, is it?
Yeah.
And at this point, I sort of stepped back and checked the menu just in case we were being stupid.
Yeah.
No, it definitely was the vegan option.
Yeah.
So
That's
sorry guys,
disappointing.
if you're a vegan and you had the
didn't
had
query
the,
that,
the
apologies.
falafel gyros, then
So I was like, okay, then she said, we've got vegan mayo. I was like, sure, yeah, I'll have that instead. But yeah, it's an
Sorry, as an ex-vegetarian,
Just
like,
using vegan
I'm
mayo as the
infuriated.
ingredient for it then.
yeah, surely
Yeah.
the falafel comes with vegan mayo instead of
Yeah.
the dairy tzatziki.
Mm.
But yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's a
Wow.
good job we bloody checked. Because otherwise,
because I thought
otherwise you'd
I
have been
was-
shitting through the other
it was
needle.
one of those ones where like you ask a question like that in most circumstances and you think, I'm a fucking idiot. Why did I say that? Like, duh.
Nah, it's good.
But yeah, she was like, no, there's dairy in that. I was like, oh, sick. So it's not vegan then.
So what I love as well is you asked, is that vegan? You were like, no, you're like, right, I'll have the chicken one with vegan mayo then, please.
That's a
So,
shame.
just always double check if you're in Alex's situation where you can't have dairy because you're basically allergic to it, or if you don't eat animal products because of your morals or anything like that. Obviously, you know, just fucking check because sometimes you can just get caught out with that sort of stuff.
Thankfully, there was no signal. Otherwise, trading standards would have been on. Shut this place down.
The
pull out-
ombudsman's
you-
coming
they
to
just
get
said-
you.
You just pull out a lactose badge.
So are you okay?
Yeah.
James, favourite food?
Ooh. A lot of the food I had, I really enjoyed. Like Susie's is always a good one for the morning to kind of get you going.
It's almost funny, like saying that Susie's is one of the best there.
Oh,
because
'cause, I
like,
mean,
all the
it's
others are
staple.
like specified like street food vendors that do some really great foods. I'm not saying Susie's isn't great food. I'm saying it is, but it's just funny that it's basically a greasy spoon.
We do pork and eggs in buns.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Yummy.
done
Or a
well.
cob, depending on where you're from.
Oh, we've just set up a mega storm there, haven't we?
In the comments.
It's a roll, actually. It's a
Engagement
Oh,
farming.
I had a really good like meat feast kind of pizza.
I want to feast.
I want a meat
feast.
But I think, to be honest, I think it's. Oh God, he's gone.
Sorry.
I think the best one might actually be. I had a like chicken and blue cheese burger from. I think is it the Hungry Toad?
Hmm.
I had a beef burger from the Hungry Toad, and that was my favourite.
Yeah,
of the weekend.
it was really, really fucking good.
Yeah.
So much so that I went and got it again the next day.
I had a chicken burger from
It's-
there, and it was
and
bangers.
like it wasn't
really
just one of those
fucking
festival
nice.
food places where you go, I'll have the bacon cheeseburger, please, and it's just like a thin patty with like some American cheese and like one streak of bacon. It was packed, like thick patty,
Mhm.
proper cheddar cheese, loads of lettuce and tomato and like, salad and stuff in it. Like I think 3 streaks of bacon on there.
Mm.
Lovely bun,
Thanks, man.
excellent.
My favourite was also from the Hungry Toad. It was like a bacon cheeseburger, cheesy chippies, and then on the last day when we were just about to watch like Sunfire, that like halloumi burger that I had from that place. Bellissimo.
Oh, the squid that I got from down there as well.
That's a hell of a risk.
That's
Hey, I
a
ordered the
risk.
risk. Genuinely,
Fuck
really
me.
fucking good. Really good.
Can we take a moment to just sort of say RIP to the traditional trees
Yeah.
pizza place that
Yeah.
wasn't there this year?
Yeah.
Many
Bring
a
it
silent
back.
disco has been ended there for us, and
Many a cheese pool.
many a great cheese pool, many a great, just great vibes there normally.
A lot of great ballast.
I mean, my favourite was not just because of the taste, but because of the value. The Curry Bay, they did like a meal deal. So I got a curry wrap. It was like they had like 2 different types of curry, and then samosas and a drink, and it was £14. So usually
solid.
you look at sort of 12, 13 for one sort of product,
Yeah.
and it was in like festival terms, it was probably about 25 quid's worth of food and a drink for 14 quid. And I was like, you can't go wrong with that.
And
So-
it made you fart in an enclosed gazebo. You can't put a price on that,
Yeah,
can you?
it did. But we got a good clip out of it, so it's fine.
Yeah.
So, back onto
Back to
the
bands.
ye olde bands. It was La Dispute for the second time in the Axiom this time. And it again, I mean, what more can I say? They
Captivating is the
Yeah.
word I would use.
Yeah, it was fucking amazing. I think by the time when they got to King Park, literally, like, I felt my emotions swelling in it, like, really. The words of that song are heavy, and went to see it actually, like, perform live as well.
And also how loud the crowd were.
It was palpable, like, it really was, like, a special, very raw moment between a lot of people about quite a significant issue. And I just want to say as well, the way that Jordan Dreyer just, like, articulates himself, whether he's just addressing the crowd or the way that he forms his lyrical content within songs, is something very special and unique. And I honestly feel as well, there was an album they released, their like latest one, where it almost felt like somehow they were becoming like a little bit of a parody of themselves. Like, weirdly enough, I listened to their latest album and it felt like someone else imitating them. But every single thing I've heard from No One Was Driving the Car or whatever it's
Yeah.
called.
Almost
Sick.
ironic that there's a song called "I Shaved My Head,"
Oh.
and he's like not got a buzz cut for like
Mhm.
the first time in years.
But like when they played like Man with Hand and Ankles Bound and stuff, and it carried. I'm really unfamiliar with that song, but I could still feel all the weight and the energy attached to what he was saying. It's just, they're a very special band. It's great that they're still around and doing what they do. And talking about still being around and doing what they do.
Let Live. Oh man.
Oh my fucking
This was
God.
the one set, like, as the weekend was sort of progressing and the heat was like bad, in the back of my mind I was like, don't care how hot it is, I will be there for that set on Sunday, even if it makes me pass out by the time it's done. Like, I just, though, you know, unfortunately, because of the heat and whatnot, we did miss a lot of bands that we otherwise would have seen.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, my mindset for it was just like, I will be there regardless. And it was,
And
like,
it felt like walking down there that everyone at the festival was there as well.
yeah,
Apart from me, because I was too hot. And
Same.
and again, a massive regret. But
it was so good.
It was amazing.
Genuinely, like, you know, I know it's been a while since, but coming out of the pandemic, there have been a lot of bands that have either split up or have come back. So it feels like we're in a time now where we're getting the chance to see a lot of bands that you thought you never would, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, because so many bands are coming back, there's always a worry that, like, is it going to be as good? Are they going to live up to the expectations
the
you
right
set?
reasons.
Yeah. Within seconds of them being on stage, like, all of those worries were just like,
Mm-hmm.
this band is, like, flawless. I thought that I just had so much fun, and it was very sort of cathartic to hear those songs live for the first time, because I got into them, like, as a teenager, never saw them before they broke up. And then, yeah, you just sort of, like, you grow up with songs like that, and then you get to finally hear them. And, yeah, it is exactly what your expectations are. So I just loved it.
There's two key memorable points from this set. The first is probably the funniest thing I saw all weekend, even though we're all absolutely hilarious. The Marshall mascot being crowd surfed to the front and then being dragged onto the stage.
The sheer awkwardness of how long it took.
It was like it was a real amp. He's just trying to haul it onto the stage. They weren't treating it like there was a person in there. They were just like, fucking get up here, man, come on. And then they sat it down, like got him to sit on his knees and like, pretended to plug him in and stuff. And the amp just sort of being there with that little smile on his face. It was just hilarious. I was really like laughing at that. That was very funny. And then it was weird that as the set went on, I was thinking, oh, maybe Jason's calmed down these days. He's not climbed anything yet. He's been throwing himself around. He's stripped down to his Calvins, but he's not climbed anything like he normally does. Maybe he's respecting that. Oh no, there he goes.
Yeah.
And I've seen him live many times, mostly with Fever. But this was the first time I actually thought for a moment that he might fall.
Mm-hmm.
That moment where he was like swinging across and
Yeah,
his
right.
legs were like dangling in the air, I thought, oh shit, should I be recording this? But he made it up there, and they cut the sound.
Yep.
But yeah, a memorable moment from the weekend again for sure.
Right. So you may notice that there was like a little bit of a change in quality. It's because we've been speaking about how much we fucking love 2000 Trees so much we filled up 2 memory cards.
Mm-hmm.
So
now we've moved on to the Google Pixel 9 Pro.
So the quality's gone up.
This video is sponsored by Google.
who did you all see after whatever band we were just talking about?
You're talking about Let Live.
Well,
we were just talking about Let Live.
On my way down... Oh, are we done with Let Live?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
On my way... It's basically like headliners time now, right?
Hell yeah, it was.
On my way down to see Alexis on Fire, had a bit of a leisurely evening. Like, I'm not a huge Alexis on Fire fan, so there wasn't a huge incentive for me to get down there. So I leisurely made my way down there, but on the way, I stopped by the Cave to see a bit of Imminence. And I'll tell you what, I was thoroughly impressed. I've only seen them live once before and only caught like the end of one song, so I felt like I owed it to myself to at least catch like 3 or 4 songs this time. And what I saw was absolutely brilliant. It's really hard to describe. They're kind of metalcore. The first thing that really made me like, oh wow, was the vocalist was playing a violin at the same time, playing kind of like, you know, that like horror film kind of screechy, playing that along with like breakdowns and riffs and stuff, while doing some incredible mix of like clean and scream vocals. It was just brilliant, and I'm going to be listening to them a lot more. I'm going to be catching them live a lot more. I am absolutely an Imminence fan now, and you should be too. Check them out. They're also on that Cave stage. They're very limited in terms of production, but I think they did as much production as you can on that stage. Obviously, there was like that circle of lights around the drum kit. There were moments when the vocalist was kind of stood in the middle doing his thing with the violin, with like the lights sort of flashing like a halo around him. They had the lights going up for every like snare hit and stuff, every time like the crowd needed to make a noise and things. It was really, really impressive all around. Every element of a live show that you could have in the Cave stage, they seemed to utilise, and it was fucking awesome.
Alexis on Fire, for me, was absolutely fucking fantastic.
Mhm.
I mean, I saw them at Download, and I was quite far back, and I was like, yeah, that was cool, and sort of walked off and went about my day or whatever. That set, honestly, blew me away. I think they are so they are so fucking cool. Like, they're so fucking tight. Their songs are so good. I actually was watching and I was like, guys, I think you're maybe the pinnacle like melodic hardcore band. I think Dallas Green's vocals, honestly, the way it contrasts with George's harsh vocals and stuff, it's done to an absolute fucking perfection. They are masters of their craft. They had trees in the palm of their fucking hands. The energy was infectious. It just was so fucking good. And I surprised myself with how much I knew, by the way.
I'm the same. I'm with you on that.
Guys, if you missed it, I'm sorry. Because it fucking ruled. I loved it, and since I've like listened to them more, I want. Basically, it's been a long time since I've had a band where they kind of passed me by, that I've kind of learned later on, and then now, after seeing them for a second time, I'm like, okay, I kind of want to know every single one of your songs. I want to be able to talk to people about which one of your albums is the best and stuff like that. That's where I want to be with you now.
They even had like a really good balance of stage banter as well. Like, the stage banter was actually really good.
Yeah,
for an American band.
Canadian.
Are they Canadian?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Oh, that's why it was good then. There was even a bit where there was an inflatable couch being crowd surfed along. I think the vocalist jumped in it at some point.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, jumped in it, got chucked out very quickly, then jumped back on stage, and I was like, right, some lucky fan is going home with my in-ears, but guess what? I don't fucking need him.
It's very
I've
rock
been
and roll.
doing this shit for 20 years without him, and I don't need him now. And then just continue to smash, like he had all the fucking help. Like, it was, really good.
And then Cartman from South Park left the stage.
I don't fucking need him. Screw you guys.
And with that was
The
was
end of
the
another
end.
beautiful trees.
Another 2,000 trees done and dusted. 2,000 degrees.
Yes.
2,000 wasps. 2,000 friends.
Oh,
2,000 gazebos.
oh God.
2,000 BPM.
At 2,000 BPM Macarena.
Fucking hell. Everyone would just like literally start combusting.
Yeah.
Everyone was.
That's it.
Should we wrap up with our favourite set of the weekend?
Can we do 3?
Yeah, sure.
I'll start.
Go on.
In order. Alexis on Fire. Hail the Sun. Let Live. That is such a tough 3 to pick, and I'm doing no honourable mentions. I'm locking it in.
I'd say Blank Atlas, Graphic Nature, and Unpeople at the top for me.
Which on people?
The second one, like the main stage, it was just perfect.
Hail the Sun, Graphic Nature, Stick to Your Guns.
I think Let Live, Unpeople main stage, and Stick to Your Guns.
Let Live, Unpeople main stage. Stick to your guns. Honourable mention to Hail the Sun.
But really, that's all bullshit because the best set was DJ Flatfoot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in
oh, yeah,
reality,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, DJ Flatfoot's favourite set was Coheed and Cambria.
And it,
Oh,
was,
did you bump into him?
Yeah,
And it-
eventually.
and it was
Yeah.
so nice of Kneecap to support DJ Flatfoot.
Yeah.
What weekends? Always one of our favourite weekends of the year.
Yeah.
Can't wait till next year now.
It always feels so sad when it's over.
Hmm.
Like that walk back when it's like, oh, we've just had so much fun. I wish we could just do it again. And it's one of them festivals where at the end you're not sort of like, right, we can sort of go back to normality.
Yeah,
Like,
a lot of
we're
other
not-
festivals we go to, I'm kind of ready to go home.
Yeah,
But
no, I could have done another week
with
of trees and been
trees,
completely happy.
I'm already home.
Oh, I'm on
Because it's
that.
only 30 minutes down the A40.
Yeah, we'll go and have a shower and come back.
Yeah, vlog maybe out, if not out very soon.
It's going to be a good one.
Very much looking forward to seeing it anyway. We've got Burn It Down coming up. So if you're there, let us know who you're looking forward to. And that will
In
wrap
comments,
up.
let us know who your favourite bands of trees were this year
Yes.
and who you'd like to headline next year.
Yes. Subscribe, all that usual stuff. Links in the description for various things. T-shirts. Worst wishes pre-save. I'm going to need that link from you, Josh.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah. If you were at Trees, I hope you had a great time. We'll see you at Trees again next year.
Come play gazebo with us.
Yes. Yes.
Gazebo
Don't
tourney
worry,
next year.
we're gonna make sure all the rules are set out properly.
Very clear.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, what a game.
The governing body is meeting to.
I've got cramp
to
again.
lock 'em in. And that's it. Easy treesy for another year.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
We're the Ragamuffins, by the way.
I was looking at the wrong camera then.
I've been looking at the wrong camera.
We don't normally wave goodbye. This is quite nice, actually.
Yeah, this is nice. I
It's a
like
nice
waving.
change.
Yeah.